Hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to day one of our 14 days. I'm just going to wait a few moments because I can see people starting to filter in. It's so nice to see you all, some familiar names and some new ones. So, this evening is day one of the Honor Oak Wellness Room's 14 days of self-care resources, and we decided to start with a live event so that we could bring everyone together, because obviously we are all some waves, we are all apart a lot right now, so it's important to find a little bit of community, even if it is just online. So welcome, thanks so much for being here. We are going to start in a minute with a grounding exercise, and grounding's good because it allows you just a few moments to get out of your head, where so many of us spend so much of our lives, that chatter, that planning, those to-do lists, all those things that help us get through the day. But sometimes that can get a little bit like a snowball effect and you find it hard to stop. So these exercises can really help you to just sort of settle back into your body and really pay attention to the current moment, the present, what is actually happening to you right now. So grounding meditations are actually really quite short. So today I'm going to do a little bit of a mishmash of a few exercises into one. So once this recording is over and we're going to upload it onto the website, you can use it as a whole resource, or you can pick and choose just the individual little bits that you may have time to sort of insert throughout your day. And then we're going to move on, once we've done the grounding exercise, to setting just a few intentions. So if you do have a pen and paper to hand, that would be useful. Because sometimes things can pop into your head and you'll be like, oh, I remember that, and then you don't and you lose it. So having that pen and paper sort of allows you to put it down and cement it into actuality. It really gives you something to refer back to. So I'm just going to invite you all now to find somewhere comfortable to be. That doesn't have to be sat cross-legged, fingers in mudra. It just has to be somewhere that's comfortable for you. So if sitting unaccompanied on the floor doesn't work for you, as it doesn't for a lot of people, then feel free to take what you need. Find some cushions, sit in a chair, have back support, have support behind the knees, or even just lie down on the ground, maybe a little cushion under your head or under the backs of your knees, just so that you can find some comfort in your body. And then when you've found that comfort, or at least something approximating comfort, then just allowing your eyes to start to close down. And if closing your eyes completely doesn't feel right for you right now, then that's absolutely fine as well. Maybe just sort of pick a point a few meters ahead of you and just see if you can let your eyes gently unfocus, so that you're not looking at anything in particular, but otherwise just allowing your eyes to close down. We're just going to allow our awareness to come to rest in the hands. Wherever they might be, we're not trying to change anything or do anything with the hands. We're just coming to recognize them as part of our body. And see if you can resist the urge to wriggle your fingers or move your hands. And just see what you can feel. And it's okay, dare I say, completely normal to not be able to feel anything. A sort of absence of whether you think the sensations should be, and that's fine too. The most important thing is that you're just noticing. starting to, just for a moment, allow your attention to rest on the breath. And again, we're not doing any fancy breathing, we're not trying to change the breath in any way, we're just sort of coming to see what it feels like to be breathing. And then the next time that you notice yourself inhaling, just let your hands gently rise up, not far, maybe a couple of inches. And then as you exhale, just let your hands drop back down again. It's a very simple, very small movement. As you inhale, just let your hands rise up. And as you exhale, let them lower down again. And we're just going to repeat this a few times. So just seeing if you can allow your focus to really be on the hands. What does it feel like that your hands are moving through space right now? Maybe as you lift them up, you feel the air sort of gently sweeping through the fingers. Maybe as you allow the hands to lower again, maybe they're coming all the way down in contact with the floor or the hands. Just allowing that inhale to lift the hands and that exhale to let them drop down again. And it's completely okay if you don't feel anything. If your breath is all over the place, if your mind is still constantly jumping away to be busy, to plan, this is so normal. All we're trying to do here is to notice that the brain has wandered away and gently bring it back. Bring it back to noticing what it's like to inhabit your body. And the next time the hands lower, just allowing them to come to rest again wherever is comfortable. Maybe in the lap, maybe on the ground. And just coming back to a comfortable stillness. I'd like you now to find your awareness in the places where the body is currently in contact with a surface, whether it be the floor or a chair, just noticing the weight of your body in the support around you. And now that we have a feeling as a whole of our body, we're going to start to get a little bit specific. So maybe just seeing if you can take your awareness down to your feet. And wherever your feet are in contact with a surface, just rest your attention there for a moment. Feeling your feet in contact with the floor or the earth or the bed. And then gently shifting your awareness to the legs. Noticing where the legs are currently in contact with a surface. Finding your awareness now in the hips. And feeling the weight of the pelvis on whatever surface you happen to be sitting or lying on just now. Taking your awareness now into the lower back. The middle back. The upper back. And the shoulder blades. And if the attention runs away, if you start thinking about next week or tomorrow or 10 minutes from now, just see if you can draw your awareness gently back, compassionately, kindly, taking a moment to really be in your body, coming to notice if the shoulders are in contact with anything, the tops of the arms and the elbows, the lower arms and the hands. Just without moving, just see if you can find your fingers in your awareness. The fingers on the left hand, the fingers on the right hand. And then gently drawing your awareness back up and starting to notice the head. It might be resting against something if you're lying down, or if you're seated, it might just not be in contact with anything, in which case maybe just seeing if you can feel your hair, or your eyebrows, or your ears. Just taking a moment to really notice, what does my head feel like right now? And then starting to allow your awareness to once again spread out throughout the body, encompassing the neck and shoulders, the arms, the shoulder blades, the back, the hips, the legs, the feet, the whole body, the whole body. The whole body. Taking a few moments now to allow your mind to explore and to take a little wander through some words or some phrases that might feel like they fit with your intention for the next 14 days. It might be something like rest. I deserve to rest. It might be something a little more active. My body loves to move. I am well resourced. Positive intentions. Something that you would like to take forward with you for the next couple of weeks to remind yourself of every day. And if nothing springs to mind, that's okay too. This isn't a one-time thing. You can repeat this exercise, or you can just allow a little bit of space over the next few days and see what comes to you. No stress. When you feel ready, you're going to start to let your eyes softly open, just the littlest bit, letting the light filter back in. And I'd like you to take your gaze just to one point in the room, maybe just noticing the door or the table. And then changing the fix of your gaze and just looking at something else in the room. And one more time, just taking your gaze somewhere else, finding an inanimate object to allow your attention to rest. And now's your opportunity to take a few moments with your notepad and your pen and maybe just jot down any of the phrases that came to you towards the end of the exercise. Anything you'd like to remind yourself of over the coming weeks. Thank you so much for joining me here this evening. I am so pleased to see so many of you here taking this time to commit to yourself, something we don't often get a lot of time to do these days. So over the next few days, just maybe take out your pad every morning. You know, some people have it on post-it notes on the bathroom mirror. Read those phrases over to yourself. I am worthy. I am allowed to rest. Like all of these things that might slip our mind right now, because most of us have a lot on our plates right now. Even if you aren't directly affected by what's going on in the world, it's hard to be a human being at the moment. So giving yourself some gracious compassion is a very, very radical act. So I hope that you will come back to the Honor Oak Wellness Rooms over the next few weeks and take a look at the other resources that we're putting out for you. There's a lovely mix of, there's more meditation, but there's also workouts, there's recipes, there's exercises for strengthening, there's some lovely walking routes. We're partnering up with Waterlink Way. So yeah, I would really love to see some of you interacting with us over the next 2 weeks. So thank you so much for being here and taking that time for you. Thank you. Bye.